Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of WoW Classic. We are going to work on finding some mossy tumors. Delicious, right? And they should be on the wither bark creatures over here by the lake. Timberlings. On the Timberlings. I think we could survive this jump, no problem.
I need to get closer.
And this is what we're looking for. We'll see if it's convenient to group up with folks here, or if we can tag our own. And I'm kind of wondering if they are all around the lake, or if they're just in this little southern area. Because this isn't very many.
It's too far away.
It may be a very low drop rate as well. Oh, we have competition for our herbs over here. Let's see if we can grab a couple. And maybe we can get some eyes on the other side of this lake and see if there are potentially other camps of these timberlings. Check out the east bank over here. Yeah, see, there are going to be some all around this lake potentially. So we might not have to camp out in one area. Sound effects seem a little loud today. And these are a different type of timberling than we've seen further south, but we'll probably be able to get the tumors off of them as well. Definitely looks like they've been farmed down here. Let's see if we can get one.
I need to get closer. I can't do
We could definitely use Blood Rage to get some extra damage off at the beginning, or if we really want to throw down a Thunderclap, it's a great way to get extra rage to do that. And it doesn't cost us too much health, because we're able to kill the monster more quickly, which means they're going to hit us less, which means we're kind of getting that health back.
I'm out of range.
We got a tribal cloak. It doesn't have more armor than what we currently have equipped.
I need to get closer. Not enough rage.
Well, it looks like these guys will be able to heal. We'll have to watch out for that. Well, there's one, and we picked up some tribal gloves to go with the tribal cloak we're not going to equip. Somebody wants to group with us. We'll see how this goes, sharing the drops. If we could tag more and kill more efficiently, and then it would be worth it.
Not enough rage.
Picking up a lot of health potions.
It's too far away.
I guess we should not be afraid to use them.
Need more rage. Not enough rage.
I'd love to get an interrupt, because we could probably stop their heal most of the time. It's pretty visible when you're in melee.
Need more rage.
Oh yeah, nice. So we are with the druid. We can get some free heals. That's amazing. We're stuck in combat with something. There we go.
Not enough rage. More rage. Not enough rage. I'm out of rage. Better.
3 out of 5. Not too bad. So we got all of our tumors, and we helped our group mate get all of their tumors because they didn't have quite as many as we had to start out. And it's always worth it to kill some more mobs in the area when they're at least at level with you, because that's your intrinsic reward, is to get the experience and items and silver. And then you also get the extrinsic reward of just helping somebody out finish their quests in an area where the mobs are respawning fast and you could back yourself into trouble pretty quickly. So I like sticking out with a group and making sure at least everybody in the starting group gets their items before I just bail on them. So we're going to turn that in. I think that's going to go back to Dalinar. Oh no, this is going to Darnassus. This is going to Darnassus, 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 Darnassus. We might not be going back to Dalinar. We'll see how that goes. I have to say that organic grouping that happens when there's a quest in the area, that the mobs are either challenging or there's just a lot of them, that's been a really great experience, and one of the best parts of WoW Classic right now is just being able to play with other people that are around you, not even really having to have a guild or people that you know in real life to play. It just happens spontaneously while you're out questing, and that doesn't happen so much when you're leveling in the retail product for a lot of different reasons. You know, mainly here we got everybody on 1 or 2 layers and not sectioned off into different shards. So the population of people in the areas is just higher. More chance for teamwork. But I think there are other factors as well. And I think that one of the biggest factors is that people who are playing Classic WoW, especially right now, right at launch, they're kind of seeking that spontaneous group experience that to a lot of people embodies what vanilla WoW was all about. Got quite a few things we need to offload. Make our silver back that we spent on our bags. And just try to make a habit of keeping our bag space pretty clear. Now all these people are going to be all over the place. We know our trainers are going to be in the warrior district. Everybody else though, we're just going to have to look around, or if we can't find them by looking around, we'll really dig into the text here and see. Because these are all pretty vague. They're here somewhere. And we will find them. Go ahead and get rid of our junk. Add our favorite owl trainer. The mace is more damage per second and it's faster. The sword is more overall damage. I think for now we're going to keep both. And see what kind of damage output we do. Oh, over here we have Elenara, which is our warrior trainer. I bid you greetings. Your name rings loudly in Darnassus, for you show promise. But we shall soon see if you possess the strength of will to follow the path of the warrior. Before I can teach you, you must show me your resolve. The satyr Vorus Vilehoof has found one of our remote moonwells southeast of Banethel Baroden. He now splashes within it, defiling its pure waters with his filth. Find Vorus at the moonwell and destroy him. Bring me his horn as proof, and I will begin your advanced training as a warrior. The path to the moonwell is hidden well, but stay focused and alert and you will find it. Southeast of Banethel Baroden.
Be careful.
Okay. Very cool. So that's one quest found. Let's keep looking around. And here we're coming back to Relian Greenspire, who we've talked to before.
Can I
because we have his Mossy Tumors. Well done. These tumors are the symptom of the Timberling's disease. They are filled with a poison that we must cleanse from our new land. I will dispose of these tumors. Thank you. And for that we get a pruning knife. I have just received word that Denalan at Lake Al-Ameth has discovered what may be the cause of the tumors that plague the Timberlings. Please speak with him, and tell him I sent you. Okay, so Lake Al-Ameth. We'll be headed back there.
Farewell.
So it looks like we might have a little bit more to do in this area, which is good because we'll probably be level 12 or 13 before we head anywhere else. And we have another turn-in way back here in the Cenarian Enclave. Crown of the Earth. And I'm gonna assume that they're gonna be up top. Because why have a cool spiral ramp if you're not gonna put the quest turn-in way up, all the way on top of the thing, right? Because no one would go up there otherwise. And then you wouldn't get awesome views like this. We'll see if I can't avoid falling off.
Speak quickly, young one.
Here's
I
the
have urgent matters to attend.
Archdruid Fandrel Straghelm. You come with the spirit of the forest strongly within you, warrior. What business do you have with the Archdruid of the Kaldori? Well, we have some inscribed bark. I wonder why the Oracle Tree had not communicated with me for so long. It seems that some problems are lessened while others grow to great concerns. I fear my work on Teldrassil may never be completed, and our immortality never restored. Nonetheless, you have done the Oracle Tree's task well, and should be rewarded for your diligence. If you had enough time to run messages for the Oracle Tree, then I'm sure that I could press you into service to deliver a message to the Grove of the Ancients in Darkshore, due south of Aberdeen. You will most likely have to secure transport on a hippogriff, but I have faith enough in you that you can manage that. Take this to Onu, a ancient of lore. He has been awaiting word from me, even as I waited for news from the Oracle Glade. So this is another breadcrumb into Darkshore. That's great. And then we have the Crown of Earth turn-in. I know that I did not summon you, so I cannot help but wonder why it is you have come to speak with me. Well, originally it was because of this. Ah yes, the water I had requested. Teneron and Corathus certainly took their time in having it delivered, perhaps not choosing the most reliable of messengers. Nonetheless, I can finally get back to my work then. The weight of Teldrassil's problems fall upon my shoulders, a yoke I would wish to be soon rid of. Alright, let's take the hammer, it'll probably sell for more. And that's it. So we have a couple of things we have to do still here in Teldrassil, and we have a couple breadcrumbs that are going to lead us out. So Banithil Barrow Den to the southeast. The lake. And this is to Darkshore. And she's en route there in village, this Nessa Shadow Song. And to get there, I think there's a teleporter. Actually, I know there's a teleporter, and that should be it right over there. And that should plop us down on the little island below, which is where the Hippogriff Master is that could take us into Darkshore, and we'll already have that flight point into Darkshore if we go to the Hippogriff Master. But for now, we'll just do this turn-in, and then we'll come back. We might go back to Dalinar so we can be close to the lake, and pick up from that quest there would probably be a good idea. But let's come down here to route there in village. What you can see is on the map it's way over here.
What brings you here?
Yes, I have need of a courier who will take a package to Darkshore. Will you help me? Of course. The fishermen of route there in village do very well. for the fish here are extremely large and abundant. I would like to compare the bounty here with that of the mainland. I have a collection of fish bones and scales that I would like taken to a colleague of mine in Darkshore. His name is Laird. He is a fish vendor in the village of Aberdeen. Bring my collection on our hippogriff master, Vespertus, and speak to him about traveling to Aberdeen. Okay, so another breadcrumb. That's cool, because that'll be a boost of experience right away. These few breadcrumbs that we have. And hopefully they will all chain into other quests. But let's go ahead now and we'll hearth back to Dalinar. And then we'll head down by the lake. Right here. Speak to Denelon by the lake again. And then we'll do the warrior quest, which should be over here, I'm thinking, southeast of Benethel Hollow. We'll soon see.
Hello.
And here's our friend Denelon over by the docks. In a cave along the southern bank of the lake, a timberling named Oakenskull is spreading corruption to all the creatures. Oh no! Oh no! We'll have to grab that quest and just read it from the log, because when they're activating his previous quest, he's gonna keep walking over here. Alright, let's we'll grab it, and then we'll read it. Ah, this is an elite quest. I dare not get too close, but even from a distance it is obvious. Oakenskull is being poisoned by the largest tumor I have ever seen. I would call it gargantuan, even. You have already done much to aid my efforts, but I ask you one more task. Hunt down Oakenskull and collect the tumor. Remove the source of corruption from my home. Yep, we could do that. No, we don't want to abandon it. We're good. Okay, so we could probably find a group for that. And see what we come up with. A cave along the southern bank. Alright, that's a start. And maybe Zaire here is over by the lake. Let's go see. So we have Zaire, Night Elf Druid, level 11. And Mo, I guess you'd pronounce that, another Night Elf Druid, level 11. And with the Night Elves being the only class that can play Druid, that's why you're going to see a lot of Night Elf Druids. Similar with Tauren being the only Horde race that can be Druids, you'd see a lot of Tauren Druids. Because if you see a Druid, that's just the race they're going to be. Well, maybe he hasn't found it yet, he's still moving. Blood Rage is also good if you don't get the charge for whatever reason, or if charge is on cooldown to give you that initial rage you really need to get going. Somewhere here there's Mage Royal. At least that's what it says. Enhance. Huh. Strange. If you hear a strange whimpering noise in my background, it's actually my dog who's sleeping way too close to me right now. Having a nightmare, weirdly. This must be the cave, right?
I can't do that yet. Not ready yet.
It's not ready yet. We'll just show these guys that, you know, we mean business. There we go, level 12. Let's immediately go in here and spend our last point into improved rend. That's going to bring the damage done by rend up to 35%. Very awesome. After this, we could take a couple points in deflection to get us down to the next tree. Or we could reduce the cost of our heroic strike. I'll have to consider my options. I don't think we have to go into protection yet because we probably won't be doing dungeons for a couple more levels. So for now, maybe I hold off on any... Oh, that was easy enough. So there he was. Oakenscowl, the elite. He's green to us, so potentially we could have done that on our own. But always good to help others. And then we gotta head all the way back over to the east to turn this in. I'm assuming it turns in back to him at the Moonwell. Danilon. Yeah. Well, let's run over and do that.
I am honored.
I knew you were more than capable of ridding the lake of that horrible beast. It is a distressing situation. Oakenscowl was once a grand leader amongst his kind, but corruption does not discriminate between the lowly and the noble. The size of this tumor is quite disturbing, but I must study it to learn more about the disease that upsets the Timberling population. Alright, let's go ahead and take the mail. Even though it's not an upgrade, we will be able to sell it for more at a vendor. And so with that done, we're gonna go find Vorus Vilehoof, which is supposedly somewhere southeast of the Barrow Den. Southeast of Banithel Barrow Den. And it's probably just, it's gotta be this Moonwell right here, right? We've already been over that way, so kind of a long run. We'll see if anything eventful happens along the way. Otherwise, see you soon. And we're getting pretty close to where I think we need to go. I hope nobody minds me cutting out some of the travel like that. We've been in the area for a long time, and a lot of the mobs now are gray or green, so if it's something that we're seeing and we're exploring it for the first time, or the combat in the area is either meaningful or challenging, then I don't think I would cut that much of the travel out. But as we progress through a zone and we become more familiar with it, then I think, you know, a lot of the travel from points we've already seen and explored, I'll just edit out. And the experience will be more focused on the pointed combat, the questing, the named mobs, and the quest storylines. And you don't have to see me run back and forth over areas that we've seen a couple times already. So, here is the Moonwell that we know about. And he's not anywhere around here. We've been here before. This is southwest. Is this what we need to find? Yeah. I wonder if we have to go through here to get to that. or if we just have to sidle along the mountain and then maybe that's our way in, right here. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, southeast is a different direction than southwest, by the way. I'm just so familiar with this moon well. It was the first thing that I thought of. But it looks like it's going to be a little more hidden than we thought. I see that looting is often so fast that we don't even get to see what we loot, and we have to look in our log to see if we actually got anything. Definitely don't remember it being like that in vanilla. We'll take a look on this side, but I'm getting a suspicion that perhaps we'll have to go into a cave to... a cave. We'll have to go into a baby cow to get to this moonwell. No, we'll have to go into a cave, perhaps, to get to this hidden moonwell. We'll see. We don't really want to take on 3 of these guys, even though they're green. This guy is gray, so we'll get no experience for killing him. Which is sad. But it's a good sign because it means that we're at a good level. And part of that is thanks to some of the grinding I'm sure I did to get our herbalism and alchemy going. But it's kind of necessary to grind a little bit at different points in your leveling experience. It's just about picking like the painless places you can do that with a good spawn rate, and if you can achieve something else at the same time, like mining or herbing or skinning, then that's also just big boost to the reward you get by actually doing that. Something tells me, I mean, we'll look around here for a minute. Is it... Let's see. Maybe there's a path. Nothing over here. We can definitely see it on the mini-map. This looks like it might be a trail leading right around the top. Yeah, look at this. It's marked with these little lamps. This has to be the way. Very cool. Oh, hello. Here he is. Luckily, we're a little bit out level for him, so this should be pretty easy. And we've got potions for days. Well, for hours. Alright, there we go. Horn of Vorus. So that's going back to the trainer in Darnassus. Grove of the Ancients. That's going to Aberdeen and Darkshore. This one's going to Darkshore. So this is the last one that turns in back in Darnassus. And the rest are leading us into Darkshore. And so, yeah, we could go to Darkshore. I think, though, like I said, I'm going to go to Westfall for a little bit first. And maybe gain a few levels there and see what's going on in that area. Should be an interesting time. And then we can come back here, we can go into Darkshore. Another reason for that is I think Westfall is going to be more visually different than this area, than Darkshore will be. Darkshore is also a forest, and it might have kind of a similar vibe to it, so I'm kind of looking to vary up just our visuals in the zone that we're going to be staring at for X amount of hours. Let's see how many hours slash played, including the time obviously off recording. We've done 9 hours, 5 minutes, and 41 seconds. So after looking at the area for 9 hours, we could be ready for a drastic change of pace. Like, I'd love to see the sun. So we might be going over to Westfall. Fairly certain we could just catch a boat from Darnassus. I think we're going to run back to Dalinar. Obviously, we will vendor there. And then it's going to be the road to Darnassus for us. We'll turn in the warrior quest. And we'll go check out the docks if we don't get any kind of follow-up. Or if we don't find more quests available to us in Dalinar as well. So let's just do a scan of the town and just make sure that we have picked up all the quests. Because I'd hate to leave anything out and then out-level it and not be able to get experience for it later. See, look at this. There is a quest here, and we might have even saw this earlier and forgotten to grab it.
I am honored.
Our urban alchemy shop is booming, but my husband spends so much time mixing potions that we never have time for each other. Can you help us? If you could bring me a supply of pre-made elixirs, then I'd be happy to trade with you. I have some rare herbs that you might find useful. 6 elixirs of lion strength, 2 elixirs of minor defense.
A loon light your path.
We will be able to do this, even if we can't do it now. So I will get that done. We just need, well, we need vials, because we're out of vials. Food and drink vendor, first aid trainer. I really need a general goods vendor. Well, we need to take the quest first, though.
What brings you here?
That's the first thing that we should do. I was hoping there might be a general goods vendor just kind of standing right here. But it was not to be. So they're probably out here at the shack. We can pick up the weak troll's blood potion. That'll regenerate 2 health every 5 seconds for an hour. Okay, I don't see how that could possibly be a bad thing, but I still need to find a vendor for files. Huh, intriguing. If anything else, we'll be able to find one, I'm sure, in Darnassus. So I'm going to do that, and we'll head that way, and we'll turn in this warrior quest. Alright, so the trade vendor guy was up around the staircase here. Finally found him. Let's go ahead and create 3 lion strength elixirs. And then we have to find out what we need for minor defense. We just need silverleaf for minor defense, so we should be able to grab that pretty easily. Just around the area here. Now that we have empty vials. I say it should be easily, but how easy do you guys think it's going to be? It didn't take too long to find 2 silverleaf. We got it in one gathering attempt, so. And we made the potion of minor defense, and we'll turn this one in and see what kind of herbs we get. These are nicely mixed. You take great care in your trade, and that is important for an alchemist. Here are your herbs, freshly gathered. So we got earthroot and mage oil.
Goddess watch over you.
And definitely be using that to make some of these, not only to have, but to level up our alchemy. Let's go ahead and create a couple. Probably just a good thing to have rolling on us, and just passive regen for an hour. Not bad. Alright, with that done, we're going to go ahead and make the long run over to Darnassus. And we'll finish up by turning in our warrior quest there. Something that we did was I also figured out we could train some more abilities we hadn't had yet. So, trained a couple more abilities. We got overpowered now. Instantly overpower the enemy, causing weapon damage plus 5, only usable after the target dodges. The overpower cannot be blocked, dodged, or parried. So we're going to go ahead and put that on our bar. We have Ren rank 2. we need one more thing. Oh, we got Shield Bash. There we go. I knew we had another. So, Shield Bash bashes the target with your shield for 6 damage. It also interrupts spell casting. It prevents any spell in that school from being cast again for 6 seconds. We definitely want that. I'm going to put it there. That's a good reactionary button for me to be able to hit. So now, when we see people casting heals on themselves or casting lightning at us, as long as we have a shield equipped, we'll be able to actually interrupt them now. So that's actually great for our toolkit. And the overpower is just going to be extra damage if they do dodge one of our attacks. So again, it's just extra damage. And it's another button that we get to play with, so pretty excited for that. And we have quite a few abilities for being level 12. It already feels like we are getting the tools we need to deal with different situations, so I'm very happy about that. I appreciate that the Warriors Terrace is the first terrace that you walk into when you enter Darnassus. That kind of makes sense that you would want your warriors up front at the gates. In case there was an attack, you'd want to be able to scramble your best warriors the fastest, right? So that's actually really interesting. Makes sense to me. Do we have inventory? We do have inventory we should be selling. Let's do that really quick.
My goods are of the highest quality.
We don't need that. Don't really need that.
Go in peace.
That should be good.
How may I help?
Well done. It is good to know Vorus is defeated and our moon well cleansed. And it is good to see young warriors eager to keep our beloved Teldrassil free of corruption. Now let us begin your training. You have learned much. Now we will craft you a weapon, a warrior's weapon. To do this, you must travel to Darkshore. Long ago a ship crashed upon the rocks near the Aberdeen lighthouse, scattering many crates of Elunite ore along the ocean floor. First, you must defeat the Elunite's guardian, the Shade of Allura. Once the ship's captain, she cursed herself to roam the deeps and protect her shipment for all time. Defeat her, gain her medallion, and gather the crates of lost Elunite. So bring 8 loads of Elunite ore and the medallion of back here.
Farewell.
Yeah, I would really like to have a weapon. That sounds super cool. It doesn't show the reward here, so it might be part of a chain. So as much as I want to go over to Westfall, we might be going to Darkshore specifically to do that quest. Or chain of quests. To get that weapon. Because it's probably going to be an upgrade. It could turn out to be a two-hander or something we haven't used yet. But either way, it's a warrior specific quest. We're going to have to do it. And it should be very interesting. And now everything we have is now actually leading us to Darkshore. So we'll go check it out. And we'll definitely at least do the warrior quest. But I have a feeling that other things will be in the area and we'll probably get sucked into being there for a little bit. But we'll see. Actually, here will be a good place for us to take a little break, and we'll make that journey when we come back. And by then, hopefully I'll have decided if I just want to do the warrior chain and then head over to Westfall, or maybe we'll just stay in Darkshore for a little while and then head to Westfall. So we could do a couple of different things. We could do something totally different, like go into Red Ridge Mountains, or any number of different alliance areas, I suppose. So always open to ideas. If you guys have any comments or suggestions on places to level at around this level, or things we could be checking out that we haven't, I'd love to know. Go ahead and leave your comments below. If you like the video and you like the content and you're interested in more World of Warcraft videos on this channel, I'd really be helped out by a like and a subscribe. And we'll see you again next time, guys. Wish me luck. Take care.